Now, I want to suggest that fish keeping is the easiest, cheapest pet you'll ever have. I think that fish make beautiful pets. The aquarium is a wonderful piece of furniture, and it's really a great hobby. But very few people realize how absolutely basic it is to keep aquariums. So let's look at this, for example. These are the Aqua-L Ledi aquariums. They're very good value. So when you buy the aquarium in a box, it comes with a heater, a filter, and an LED light. And everything from Aqua-L is completely waterproof, which means if you drop it in the aquarium, it's totally fine. So let's say that you were going to go with the white or the black. So we've got an LED light there. Now, if we have a quick look at what's going on, we just give the gravel a little bit of a wash, put the gravel in the bottom of the aquarium, and we're going to set up the filter, just stick it onto the aquarium, and we're going to make sure that the outlet of the filter is agitating the surface to give it a little bit of oxygen. We've got a heater there that we're just going to stick into the corner. We're going to put the thermometer on the aquarium. We are going to put any ornaments that you might want in the aquarium. Then we're going to fill it up with water. We're going to add a little squirt of water ager. We're going to put a few teaspoons of aquarium salt. We're going to put a teaspoon of KH generator, and that's going to prepare the water nicely for us. Then what I'd ask you to do is grab your phone and make a video so we can see exactly what's going on in the aquarium, and show us all your bits and pieces. Show us your fish food, show us your water ager, show us whatever it is that you got. Then come down and see us. As long as your water is okay and everything looks okay, we'll then sell you a very small amount of fish. So we might sell a couple of top dwellers, like some live bearers or something like that. Then you go away, and about a week or two later, you come back, you bring us another sample of water and another video. We look at that again, we make sure everything's okay, and then we sell you a few more fish. You might get, say, 4 little tetras or something for the middle water. Then you enjoy them for another couple of weeks, then you come back and see us again, and then we might look at some bottom dwellers for you, some catfish or something. Now, depending on how big the fish are or how big the fish get, will depend on how many fish we're going to recommend you get. But once again, the really important thing is to come down, bring us a sample of water, bring us a video, and make sure that we're guiding you to ensure that everything is actually going to plan. Now, after a couple of months, you've got enough fish into the tank. Also, whenever you do buy good new fish, it's good not to feed the fish for a couple of days whenever you buy new fish, just to let the bacteria establish. And then when you are feeding the fish, you want to make sure that all the food gets eaten in about 30 seconds. And then you want to be watching their belly. We don't want to feed every single day. It's good to have a day or two a week off. And then we want to make sure the belly looks nice and healthy, make sure the fish are nice and healthy. If we're worried about anything, we're just getting a sample of water and a video, and you're coming down to the shop so we can check it out. Now, about once a month, it's good to give the filter a clean. So if you ever notice the water coming out of the filter reducing, then you definitely need to clean the filter. Or about once a month, just do it anyway. So we take the filter apart, we pull the sponge out. We drain a little bit of water out of the aquarium, we rinse the sponge in the water from the aquarium, and then we put it back. And then we also want to be doing a water change. So let's say once a week if our tank's full, maybe once a month if it's not as highly populated, we want to remove about a quarter of the water. In a perfect world, we'd use a gravel cleaner to remove the water. If not, we want to just stir up the gravel before we remove the water. So we want to be doing a water change on a semi-regular basis, depending on the amount of fish that you're putting in the aquarium. Also, over time, if you notice your decorations getting a bit dirty, what's great is just put them in the sun for a day, and then the sun will bleach off the algae, then flip it over, leave it for another day, hit it with a hose, and you'll be surprised how good they come up. Over time, it is good to change your decorations because it keeps it interesting for you and also for the fish. Now, as far as the light is concerned, we really want the light on when you're likely to be enjoying the fish. So if you're asleep, you want the light off. If you're out, it's better if the light's off. If you are going to have live plants in the aquarium, then you probably want to be having the light on consistently, something around 8 hours a day. And ultimately, if you're bringing a sample of water and a video down to the shop, we can check your levels and we can find out if you do need to be doing more water changes, or we find out if you do need to be cleaning the filter more, there's various things that we can recommend. So keeping fish is very, very easy. And there's very little that you need to do on a regular basis. And I honestly believe that the running costs, food costs, equipment costs, and the amount of work that you're putting into a well-managed aquarium is so much more than any other pet. They are absolutely the cheapest and absolutely the easiest pet. You also just need to be aware that some species are easier to keep than others. So there are species of fish that are actually quite challenging. So when you're coming in to buy fish, the secret is to bring the sample of water and bring the video, because that way we can look at what you've got and we can recommend new species to go in your aquarium. Because at the end of the day, there are various species that will be appropriate for your aquarium and be very easy to care for. Others may be inappropriate for your aquarium or may just be harder to look after. So getting the right equipment and getting the right advice is the key. But as far as a wonderful piece of furniture, a beautiful hobby, and the cheapest pet, you definitely want to have a look at aquariums.